36-year-old Christine is an elementary school teacher and mother of 2 young girls, Ashley, 12, and Megan, 9.
The best part of my life is being a mom. I think it's important that your family's well taken care of and healthy and happy.
Good job.
She's young-spirited. Yeah, my mom is really fun.
Recently divorced, Christine decides to make a few changes in her life.
I had been a little heavier before my divorce, so I lost about 30 or 40 pounds probably. I felt better about myself that way.
At nearly 6 feet tall and 130 pounds, Christine has an enviable figure. She's even able to fit into her 12-year-old daughter's clothes.
Mom, here are the shorts you wanted to borrow.
My mom did wear a lot of my shorts over the summer.
Nice. Very nice.
She wore some of my bathing suits too.
Can you make those fit? I feel like I'm pretty...
And along with Christine's new body comes a new romance.
I've been seeing Matt for 1.5 years. He's a great guy. We enjoy doing the same things, and we just have a great time together. He's a little younger.
I'm 23 and Christine is 36.
We joke around and say that I'm a cheetah, not a cougar.
She's just a all-around, genuine, nice girl. She's fit, active, exercises a lot, wears a bikini, whole 9 yards.
We definitely are crazy about each other. Matt and I had talked about someday maybe having a baby, but not, not right now.
So Matt and Christine take full precautions.
I was on the pill.
Her periods were completely irregular. I asked her every month if she's getting her period, because I was not at the point in my life where I'm ready to have kids.
Ashley, Meg, come on, let's go.
While the girls spend weekends with their dad, Christine joins Matt on his boat.
Ever since I was, 3 years old, I've been on a boat.
We were out every single weekend from Friday night to Sunday night on the boat.
By August of 2009, Christine's carefree lifestyle begins to catch up with her.
I started to feel like my clothes were getting a little bit tighter,
These don't seem to fit like they used to.
No, they don't.
and I just attributed it to eating garbage on the boat. A lot of chips. We're eating a lot of junk food. Maybe I gained about 5 pounds.
The next weekend, Christine starts to lose her sea legs.
It was very hot that day. It was by 90 out, with just a little bit of breeze.
I was getting a little sweaty.
All right?
I felt sick.
She went to get up, and then she actually fainted. I thought it was just from heat, like just dehydrated.
Then, 2 months later in October, when most people dock their boats for the season, Matt and Christine take one last trip to celebrate Matt's birthday.
This summer.
Yeah.
We decided we might as well have one last, hoorah out there.
It was Columbus Day weekend, and we were both really excited and looking forward to it.
I see.
We're listening to music, cooked some dinner, drinking some beer.
But the next day, they encounter rough seas.
It was blowing gale force winds out of the west, and we were just getting pretty much blasted. Waves over the bow.
Things were falling down inside the cabin,
It was uncontrollable. It was like riding a bucking bronco.
and I started getting thrown around.
She was just kind of like blowing in the wind up and down.
Finally, they reach a spot that seems to be calm enough to ride out the winds instead of fighting them.
We stopped, and he dropped the anchor. And we thought we were okay.
Not.
And then we noticed that we were drifting towards the rocks. So he panicked and yelled at me to go pull up the anchor. We had to do it quick, and it's like really heavy. I was on my hands and knees trying to pull it up. And I got it halfway, and I started losing the rope. I'd pull the rope, and then it would pull back down. And I'd pull it up, and it would pull back down.
Matt! I can't get it!
And I went up there and did it myself, because we were 25 foot away from the rocks. And got it done just in the nick of time.
That night, the rough seas and heavy anchor leave Christine feeling unwell.
Just a little bit of cramps. I was ignoring it for a while, and then they wouldn't go away. And then they started to get worse, and my back hurt, and it kind of came around to the sides a little bit.
You okay?
She said she was crampy and that the period was supposed to be here any day. So I dismissed that as just part of the period. We were both laying down together and I fell asleep. When I sleep, I sleep. I'm generally a heavy sleeper.
And I think I might have dozed off for a few minutes. And then I woke up and the pain was worse than it had been.
Oh! Oh!
It was like a stabbing pain. I went into the bathroom and I noticed that there was blood. Just a little bit of blood, like just enough to be like the beginning of your period. And I said, oh, okay, well, that's gotta be what it is then. So, and tried to lay back down again, but I just couldn't. I couldn't lay there because the pain just was worse actually when I was laying down than it was when I was standing up. I got back up and that's when I started to feel nauseous. And he was still sleeping at that point, so I went outside to the back of the boat because I thought I was gonna be sick. I sat down and I put my feet into the water. I wasn't as nauseous, but the pain was still there. I did start to feel a little lightheaded from the pain. I was afraid I was gonna pass out and fall off the back of the boat, so I was trying to get up to go back into the boat because I was worried that if I fell into the water, no one would find me. I stood up and all of a sudden I felt something dripping down my legs. I kind of freaked out about that a little bit. And I took my pants off because I wanted to see what was happening. It was blood trickling down my leg. I knew it wasn't my period anymore. I was getting really nervous at that point, like something was wrong. I felt like something was ripping out of me. I touched down there and I could feel something in it. It felt like rubbery.
Oh my God.
Some organ was coming out of my body that shouldn't have been coming out. That's when I really freaked out. I tried to sit back down and I couldn't sit, but standing was painful, so I was squatting. I got in that position and I couldn't get out of it. I was stuck. I thought I was dying. The pain just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I was trying to wake Matt up. And I could see him from where I was, and I was yelling. He never even heard me. I was really scared at that point. By the grace of God, he heard me somehow.
I thought it was almost a dream, these screams. But I ran out there.
And he came bounding out of the cabin.
Oh, God.
Christine was on swim platform, screaming, like on top of her lungs.
Honey, what's wrong? What's wrong? Look at me. Look.
She sounded like she was gonna die. You could tell it was intense pain.
Let's get you inside. Come on.
And I was just thinking to myself, what could possibly be wrong?
I said, I think I'm dying.
They're coming out of me.
So I ran in and got my spotlight because I thought maybe there's something I could do.
Okay, honey, I'm just gonna take a look, all right?
Okay.
Shined it down there.
Oh my God.
What?
It looked like something internal was coming out. I was scared. It was pretty obscene to see. I panicked. I called 911.
911, what's the emergency?
It's my girlfriend. She's in extreme pain. There's something, I don't know, coming out of her uterus. Something, some kind of sac.
I had no other words to say. I was in such shock.
She's in a lot of pain.
Abdominal pain?
Yeah, like cramps.
Is she pregnant?
No.
No chance she's pregnant. Like that.
There's no chance you're pregnant, right?
All right, how old is she?
She's 36. She's bleeding out there.
Okay, and she's bleeding, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so we need a boat to get out to you?
I can meet you at the marina.
Matt gives the 911 operator the name of the nearest marina.
He pulled the anchor up really quick, and then we started driving back to the dock. I was still squatting on the swim platform because I couldn't move to get to the back of the boat. We were about a quarter mile from the dock. I was hanging onto the back of the boat for dear life, trying not to pass out and fall into the water. It seemed like it was taking forever to get back.
I pulled up to the fuel dock. I was just in such a rush to go meet the ambulance. Pretty much ran the whole dock. A ton of things going through my mind. I hope she's gonna be all right. I think she had a severe internal rupture of some type. I had no idea, but I knew it wasn't good. I just ran like a half a mile. I could barely breathe to even pick up the phone.
Yeah?
The 911 operator said, "Sir, there's no one down here." And then that's when I looked up to see I'm at the wrong marina.
I'm at the dock.
I was waiting to hear somebody coming, and nobody was coming. It was just like dead silence. And I was by myself. I was so afraid of what was happening or what was gonna happen. Things were just getting worse by the second. It was probably only 5 minutes, but it seemed like forever.
My worst fear that she was gonna die on the boat. So I was very scared, because time was ticking.
Hey!
I heard the stretcher coming down the dock, and I could hear voices. And I thought, oh, thank God, somebody's here.
Hurry!
Hi, Christine. I'm gonna look between your legs, all right?
The first thing I did was grab the flashlight so I could see what was going on. And when we looked, it was probably half an inch of something coming out.
Looks like a prolapsed
We automatically
uterus.
thought that she was having a prolapsed uterus.
A prolapsed uterus is when the uterus is falling out of the vagina. This is very scary because you're seeing organs, the uterus, coming out of the vagina. And this is not normal.
Hey, Christine, we're just gonna get you to the hospital, okay? But to do that, we need to get you off the boat. Can you stand up for me on the count of 3?
And I, like, panicked, because I thought that they really think something's wrong with me, too.
Okay. 1, 2, and 3.
It was really painful to have to stand up and climb over the side of the boat. But I was so glad to be able to get off the boat that I just withstood the pain. And they asked me to lay on the stretcher. And so I went to lay on the stretcher, and I put one foot up onto the stretcher.
I was like this. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, she's gonna be all right. And I'm not even looking.
I went to lay back.
Christine, we're gonna get ready to move you, okay?
And all of a sudden, I just felt this thing go whoosh.
I look up.
His face was just like, and I thought it was something really bad.
My partner and I just looked at each other and just dropped our jaws.
And then I just hear, "Rah!" And I look up, and there's a baby there.
I was wearing a sweater just like this, and I wrapped the baby in it, covering its head and its body.
The baby girl is alive, but she's in grave danger.
It's a very serious circumstance to deliver a baby outside of a hospital on a boat out in the cold. The number one thing that you have to worry about is hypothermia for the baby.
You're gonna be just fine, okay?
So we had to get the baby warm as quick as possible. I had to run as fast as I could to the ambulance to suction out her mouth and her nose to make sure that there was nothing blocking her airway. I was completely scared that I would not get there fast enough.
I don't remember a lot of the ambulance ride. I just remember the baby was wrapped up. And I couldn't even look, like disbelief over the whole situation.
At the hospital, doctors rush the baby away and work to stabilize Christine. Stunned, Matt and Christine wait anxiously to find out the health of their new baby.
My mind was going nuts. There was just every single feeling you could possibly have at once. I couldn't even think straight. Didn't know if the baby was all right.
I was really concerned about her health because you just hear stories about people who don't get prenatal care and their babies have problems. You know, I wasn't eating right and had some drinks.
There's no safe amount of alcohol for a woman to drink while she's pregnant.
Cheers.
Cheers. During pregnancy, drinking alcohol can lead to birth defects and mental retardation.
I definitely wish that I had gotten prenatal care. I mean, that was something that I was really upset about. I thought it was something really bad.
There can be a lot of complications without prenatal care. Most importantly and most severe is death of the baby.
Like, how could she be okay?
Isn't she beautiful?
They said all the tests came back fine. She's 100% healthy.
She was full term, 7 pounds and 19.5 inches long. Usually you have 9 months to prepare yourself to have a baby and to just have it dropped in your lap.
I was 100% unprepared to be a father.
I was having a hard time with it.
I was basically going to plan on just doing my career, like in my 20s, and thought I took every precaution for this, and there was no signs. How did this happen to me?
It took a little bit of time to get the shock to wear off.
And I was just looked at them both, and I'm just like, my life just changed. And I have to step up, and now I'm a dad. I have to take care of someone, not just me anymore. She was more than an hour before my birthday. All I wanted for my birthday was a sweatshirt. But instead, I got a baby girl, too.
Looking back, Christine and Matt must have conceived in February of 2009.
Birth control failed. They say 99.9% safety. I'm the 0.1%.
Birth control pills are not 100% effective, even at best use. But if you're especially not taking it every day, and ideally at the same time every day, then your risk of pregnancy goes up.
I still had my period. This pregnancy was nothing like my other two. I gained about 30 to 40 pounds with each pregnancy. I had tons of symptoms. Your boobs hurt, swollen ankles. And this time around, I gained just a little tiny bit in my belly.
My mom didn't look pregnant at all.
Thank you.
Definitely did not look like she was 9 months pregnant. Didn't have a gut in any way, was really fit.
Different pregnancies can have different symptoms, especially based on the paternity of the pregnancy, so different fathers, what physical fitness level a person is in prior to the pregnancy, and certainly the age a woman is at the time she's pregnant.
I called my daughters and I said, you know how when Matt and I go away, sometimes we bring you back some souvenirs like shells or something? I said, well, this time we brought you back a little something different.
A baby sister.
We were both really shocked. We went to the hospital and we saw her.
Hi.
And she was really cute.
Who's gonna hold her first?
We decided that we needed to name her something that had to do with water because of the whole situation.
And we decided to name the baby Marina. She's been on a boat for 8-9 months already, and she's gonna be on a boat. Every time it's nice out, it's in her blood. She's gonna grow up just like Daddy grew up.